The Wolverines will put total leather and will get started. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So the Ohio State Buckeyes return team didn't help matters out much with that one. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Looking to go up top on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off play action. Trying to get to him. He makes a catch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Feeling some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Getting some heat. He's going to run it. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot it. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
Scanning the field, it's Orji. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Showing the arm strength to the left. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see.
Oh, it's a fake. Dances away to buy time. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on 4th down. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on downs. Touch pass on the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They're trying to get to him. Makes the catch. It's Ibuka. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
To the air, it's Howard. Gets it out quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. He's looking downfield to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block. It's Morgan. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he makes the catch at the 25.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They move the tight end all over. From the gun. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Wolverines!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. It's a fake, and the holder showing off that arm. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the 2-point conversion. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, whether it's in the shoe or the big house, when you have these 2 programs with all that's at stake today, you know emotions run high in a game known simply as the game. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. A chance here to take control of this game. The late score in the first half, and now the opportunity to extend the lead even more.
And just keep building the confidence, right? Got the lead after the first half. You get that late score there at the end of that period, and all of a sudden now you're starting to feel like everything we're dialing up is working, and we want to go keep lighting up the scoreboard.
So I think that means stay aggressive, right? Don't change who you are. You finished the first half great. Now come out and set the tone in this second half.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Line gets set, first down. Looking downfield, it's Orji. Pressure coming. Flips it out in the flat. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Going for it all. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
One of the first things I want to do when I come into a game is I'm going to go, where do I have the advantage? Where are my guys better than yours? And maybe they feel good about their matchup out wide. Some of those.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, you know those guys are watching.
Sends it downfield. Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see. You got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he out.
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Going up top on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. After the incompletion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Coming after him. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Running it back, it's Morris. Oh, what a move! He's brought down, but a really nice return gets it to the 41. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Catch in the middle, it's Loveland. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his tight end. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the reads and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
And it's incomplete as he tried to nestle that ball in along the sideline. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Orji. Looking deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the Thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And despite the missed field goal, the lead still at 16 points. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Reading the option, it's Howard. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw, trying to get to him. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play, clock running. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game?
Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 20. Obliterates him, still on the move. Touchdown, Wolverines. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
How about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way.
The fake, and he wants to throw. And a dangerous pass there, almost threw a pick in the end zone. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. 3rd down coming up.
Down here on the goal line, the tight end lines up inside. Defense was ready, had him double covered, and it falls incomplete.
So they've gotten it right on the doorstep. Couldn't get it in via the air last time. Here's 3rd down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The step. Oh, the kicker's on the run. And some great 4th down defense against the run. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the